Good morning, students. Are you able to see? Can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Can you hear my voice? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, are you able to see the video?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now, is it visible? One plain paper?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
Now, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, you can see in the participant list another Shaunak Bhattacharya is there. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
So, there is a video. There is a white paper is there. Can you see this? Everyone can you see this?
No, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if I am writing something on the paper, can you see?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Is it visible?
The PPT is
No, sir.
visible.
Only PPT is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But paper.
Function of 6051 microcontroller.
Can you see the paper now? I can see the paper actually as a
We
participant.
can't. No, sir. We can't.
Paper.
देखो और एक शौनक भट्टाचार्य बोल के और एक पार्टिसिपेंट है उसका उसके ऊपर क्लिक करो उसका वीडियो ऑन है.
Yes, sir.
Is it visible now?
Second one. Yes, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. White paper.
सोनक भट्टाचार्य एक और है उस पे.
Yes, sir.
Please search for it.
Yes, sir. Find.
Now is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
What I have written on the paper?
Hello,
Hello.
sir.
Yeah, okay. So,
Hello.
yeah, right. So, we will start today. You can see, just let me start the PPT also so that you can see it simultaneously. Here, we will discuss about the special function registers today. Okay. So, in the earlier classes, what we have done that the internal RAM organization, the internal RAM were divided into three parts. Number one is register banks, that is 0021F, 2022F, that is a bit addressable area, and 302FF is the special function registers area. Okay, so we have discussed about the register banks and the bit addressable area. Today we will discuss about the special function registers. Okay, and their position in the internal RAM, how they are organized in the internal RAM area. So as you know that internal RAM is 128 bytes. So the higher part is called as the special function register area. So now you see, can you see the just a minute. Can you see the PPT?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now you can see that the special function registers are the area of the memory that controls specific functionality of the 8051 microcontroller. Now, there are some specific functions operated by 8051. Now, as you know that there are oscillator circuits, CPU, RAM, ROM, timer and counter, uh, serial controller. They are all are on chip on the microcontroller, 8051 microcontroller. Now, this SFRs allows the access to the ports, serial communication, control and access timers, configure 8051 interrupt system and power control system. As you know that there are some examples, I am just giving an overview. Like if you turn on your laptop for a long time, what will happen? वो लैपटॉप का डिस्प्ले ऑफ हो जाता है. That means the laptop or desktop is in the sleep mode. तुम लोगों का ये मोड ऑलरेडी लैपटॉप में रहता है. तो sleep, what is sleep mode? Sleep mode means all the functionalities are normal, but the CPU, the processor, is in the sleep mode. That means it is consuming less power. Okay, तो डिस्प्ले के लिए जो पावर रहता है वो नहीं लग रहा है, तो वो पावर कंजम्पशन लेस हो जा रहा है. ठीक है. उसके बाद जाके तुम कोई भी अगर एक दूसरा की दबाते हो, then what happens? क्या होता है? अगर स्लीप मोड में लैपटॉप रहता है, उसके बाद एक की दबाते हो तो तब क्या होता है?
तो वो स्लीप मोड से हट जाता है, उसका स्क्रीन डिस्प्ले.
Very good, very good, very good. So the sleep mode comes into the active mode. So this is an example, typical example of the power control mode in the processor. So it is done by the processor itself. So similarly, this 8051 microcontroller is having a CPU on chip. So it can also control this. In the architecture or the block diagram of 8051, if you can remember, there are two timers. So their timer and counter, those both are complementary operation. Now at a time, timer and counter cannot run. At a time, only one, either timer or counter. Okay. Now again, we can configure the ports and interrupt system. Now, as you know that there are 5 interrupts in the 8051. Now, what are the 5 interrupts? What are the 5 interrupts? Number 1, number 2 करके बोलो.
TF0, TF1.
Right, that is the timer interrupt 1. Sorry, timer 1 interrupt, timer 2, timer 0 interrupt. Okay, fine.
Yes, sir. Serial interrupts. Yeah,
Sorry?
TX, T and RXT.
Yes, that means
serial communication interrupts.
Timer 1 interrupt. Now, can you see the video? Can you see the video? Can you see the video? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
I'm just putting it down again so that you can see it properly. Now, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So here there are 5 interrupt, but one you can see the extra interrupt source is there. Now, what is that interrupt source? As in the 8085 microprocessor, you can remember there were some interrupts, and what was the highest priority that cannot be masked or unmasked in the 8085 interrupts?
Reset.
No, not reset.
Swap.
reset, sir.
No, 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 not
Trap.
reset. Yes. Please speak
The
again.
trap.
Trap. Very good. That was trap.
The trap.
So, trap was the highest priority in the 8085 microprocessor. Okay. But in case of 8051 microcontroller, there are no trap interrupt is there. So here, the most important interrupt has been already discussed in the second lecture. That was power on reset. Okay, whenever power on button is pressed, if you can remember the reset circuit, if we are pressing the switch, then a positive pulse will be going to the pin number 9, that is RST. And whenever a positive pulse comes into RST, then what happens? Every register value is reset to 00008, right? It is understood. Am I telling right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What is the value of stack pointer after power on reset? स्टैक पॉइंटर का वैल्यू कितना होता है पावर ऑन रिसेट करने के बाद?
7x maybe.
हाँ, तो 0 क्यों? हाँ, yes क्यों बोले? All the registers, including program counter and data pointer, all the registers holds the value of 00H after power on reset. This is the highest priority interrupt. Okay, so it is not included in the interrupt, but it acts as the interrupt source. Okay, except SP, this value is 07H. Okay, now clear?
So you're not audible.
I'm not audible.
Yes.
So
Sir.
there may be some network issue from your end. I think other people can hear me. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Probably now it is okay. Now, getting back. Now, there are some special function registers can be accessed with bit operation. That means there are some registers are there which are bit addressable. Now, how to remember? There is a very easy option I will share today itself. So, the registers can be accessed bit by bit. They are called bit addressable special function registers. Okay. Now, what are the special function registers? We are coming to that. Now, first is serial control. That means the serial control is used to configure the behavior of the 8051 serial code. Now, what is the behavior? That means, as you know, that we can transmit and receive through the universal asynchronous receiver and transmitter that is on chip in the 8051 microcontroller. So we can configure that whether the universal UART, unlike there was a 8085, it was universal synchronous asynchronous USART. Now here it is UART. Now this UART can act as a receiver or act as a transmitter. We can configure it by setting this SCON, serial control register. Okay. Now, serial buffer. This serial buffer is used for what? This serial buffer is used to send and receive data. Okay. Sorry. The serial buffer is used to send and receive data via serial port. So SBUF, serial buffer, is nothing but it stores some data temporarily. Now if the data comes, like whenever हम लोग जब दुकान में जाते हैं, कुछ बाजार खरीद के लाते हैं, तो हम लोग घर पे घुस के क्या करते हैं, पहले जो बैग है उसको वो किचन के सामने या फिर घर पे कोई स्पेसिफाइड जगह है तो वहां पे रखते हैं फॉर टेम्पोररी पर्पस। फिर उसके बाद हाथ पैर धो के फिर सामान निकाल के जैसे जैसे जगह में जाना होता है वो वैसे रख देते हैं। सो दैट आउटसाइड ऑफ द किचन जहां पे हम लोग बैग रख रहे हैं, दैट एक्ट्स एज अ serial buffer, just like this serial buffer register after transmission or reception, तो उसके बाद जो डेटा आता है that is temporarily stored into the SBUF register. So this SBUF register is also connected or communicated with the serial ports. Okay, now there is interrupt enable, just like in the 8085 microprocessor there was enable interrupt, EI instruction is there. Now here this IE register is also used to enable or disable the specific interrupts. What are the specific interrupts? We will go to the internal organization of interrupt enable register. We will see. Now interrupt priority, just like 8085, there is a interrupt priority register which can set the priority of the interrupts. Okay, priority of the each interrupts. Now you can see there was the power control register. Now power control register, as we have already discussed, it acts as in the sleep mode or in the hibernate mode, it can do. Okay, now the timer control register. Another thing, this PCON register, power control mode register, you can remember in your laptop there is a mode called hibernate mode. Now what is hibernate mode? If you press this, suppose you were listening to some music and you were operating preparing a Word file or watching a video with while preparing some PowerPoint presentation. Now, if we put in the hibernate mode, what will happen? Every applications will be stopped at their current activity and the system will be turned into the hibernate mode. Now, in hibernate mode, only the processor is working. All other peripherals are powered off. Okay. But the specialty of hibernate mode is that stores the current status of every program operating in the working mode. I mean, prior to the hibernate करने से पहले जहाँ पे थे, the everything were stopped in this mode and it is stored into the stack in the processor. Is it clear? Any questions up to this? Any questions? I think no questions. Now we can proceed. The TCON register. Now TCON register is the as T denotes this timer control. This TCON. Okay, it's timer control. Am I audible? If I am not audible, please inform me. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now timer control, I'm getting back. So this timer TCON register is used to the 8051 timer and counter operation. Now timer operation and counter operation, as we have discussed, that there are two timers, so two counters will be there because timer and counter are the complementary operations. Now this T0 and T1, there are two timers. Now at a time two timers will work, or at a time one timer will work. As you know, there are two timers, that are T1 and T0. Also they are divided into two parts, that is TL0 and TL1, and TH0 and TL1. Like this, I am writing over the paper. If it is timer 0, it is divided into two parts, that is timer high 0 and timer low 0. Similarly, TH1 and TL1. Okay. So how to operate this timer, and when it is acting as the timer, when it will act as the counter, it is decided by the timer control register. Okay. Now this T mod, that is T timer mode control register. Now this timer mode control register, we will discuss the timer modes. There are four modes available in the three modes available in the timer mode. I mean, the timer can operate in these modes. So these modes are controlled by this T-mod register. So in detail, we will discuss in the later part. Every special function registers will be discussed, their functions, their beat operations, how they can be accessed, how they can be traced, how the status can be traced from the registers. Now TL0 and TH0, that is timer low and high, that is already discussed. Now this is the main point of discussion in the internal RAM structure. Now up to this, there are some special function registers has been discussed. Do you have any questions? You can ask. I am giving you 2 minutes to ask. You can even, if you are not having any headphone, then you can ask it to chat box also. Otherwise, the voice interaction will be better. I suppose there are no questions coming, so there is no need to waste our time. If you have any questions, then please ask. Pooja Shah, you can ask. You have raised your hand.
सर टीकॉन रजिस्टर जो सर अभी आप बताए, सर उसमें जो टाइमर और काउंटर है सर, वो दोनों अपर 4 बिट्स और लोअर 4 बिट्स वाला सर, इसमें जो वो मोड वाला जो कंसेप्ट है सर, वो क्लियर नहीं हुआ।
अच्छा, ये टाइमर मोड, दैट इज timer 0 and timer 1 both are divided into two parts, that is timer high and timer low. Okay, so there are modes जहां पे तुम यूज करोगे टाइमर लो का, टाइमर 0 का लोअर
Yes,
पार्ट
sir.
तुम्हारे यूज में आएगा. ओके, टाइमर का हायर पार्ट कोई यूज में नहीं आएगा. इस तरह से भी
Yes,
कोई
sir.
कुछ मोड यूज हो सकता है, या फिर यूज हो सकता है कि टीएच का कुछ पार्ट और टीएल का पूरा पार्ट ये यूज हुआ टाइमर में, हो सकता है. या
Yes,
तो
sir.
फिर टीएच 0 टीएल 0 दोनों का यूज हुआ, ऐसा भी हो सकता है. सो आई हैव सेड
Yes,
दैट
sir.
देयर आर 3 मोड्स. हम जो 3 स्टेप्स बोले, ये 3 स्टेप में टाइमर ऑपरेट करता है. ये 3 मोड में टाइमर ऑपरेट करता है. तो ये 3 मोड कैसे ऑपरेट करता है, that will be discussed in the detail of this TMOD register and TCON register. Okay, that for I have said. तो इसका जो details है, I will discuss it later. Okay, any other questions?
सर इसमें ये जो टीकॉन रजिस्टर है सर, इसमें एक्सटर्नल इंटरप्ट कंट्रोल भी होता है ना सर?
ना ना ना, external नहीं. Whenever timer
सर
counts,
टीकॉन में सर दिया हुआ था सर कि ये इसका अपर 4 बिट जो है वो टाइमर और काउंटर ऑपरेशन के लिए होता है, और देन लोअर 4 बिट जो होता है सर एक्सटर्नल इंटरप्ट कंट्रोल के लिए होता है.
ऐसा कहाँ पे था? ये कहीं बुक में पढ़े हो
सर
या गूगल में?
यस सर, इसीलिए यस सर, बुक में.
अच्छा, can you show me the book? I mean that page particularly.
यस सर.
Okay, but let me clear you that
यस सर.
ये जो टाइमर ऑपरेशन है, टाइमर ऑपरेशन इज इंटरनल, कोई एक्सटर्नल कुछ नहीं है. काउंटर भी इंटरनल. ये हो सकता है कि टाइमर मतलब क्या? टाइमर मतलब इंक्रीमेंटल. इंक्रीमेंटल मीन्स जैसे कि तुम बोले कि कोई स्टॉप वॉच तुम मेजर कर रहे हो, ठीक है?
यस सर.
जैसे कि कोई एक पेंडुलम जो है वो ऑसिलेट कर रहा है, ठीक है? तुम गिन रहे हो 1 2 3 4, दैट इज टाइमिंग, नॉट काउंटिंग. अगर मान लो कि तुम्हें स्कूल में कोई टीचर ने तुम कुछ गलत किए क्लास में, तो तुम्हें टीचर ने बाहर कर दिया और बोला कि वो क्या बोलते हैं, उठक बैठक करने के लिए. तो हाउ दे विल काउंट? दे विल काउंट लाइक, तुम्हें 10 कहा गया, तुम 2 करके बोले कि हो गया मेरा 10, तो क्या करोगे? तो वो बोलेगा नहीं और 8 बाकी है.
यस सर.
ठीक है, दैट इज काउंटर ऑपरेशन. दैट मीन्स द टाइमर ऑपरेशन, दैट इज इंटरनल काउंटिंग, and the counter operation is external. That is all. There are no other external pulses or external signals has been given to timer or counter. ठीक है? That is maybe ये term use हुआ है book में, ये interpretation में थोड़ा सा problem हो गया. So there are, let me very clear about that. I am repeating once again. The timer and counter operation are totally internal operations. Okay. So any other questions? Okay. So we are proceeding. Now that there are some registers are listed, that A register, B register, data pointer high and data pointer low. You can remember that the data pointer is the only 16-bit register in the 8051 microcontroller. So they are divided into 2 8-bit, that is DPH, data pointer high and data pointer low. Interrupt enable, interrupt priority, port 0 to port 3. There are 4 input output ports. We can program it according to our use. Power control register, program status word register, that is already we have discussed this. Sorry. We have discussed this. This part has been already discussed. This PSW program status word register is the bit addressable register, and serial control, serial buffer, stack pointer, that is this is another important register. after power on reset, the value of this stack pointer register is nothing but 07H. All other registers are 00H. Only stack pointer will hold the value of 07H. Okay. Now this timer mode, timer control, and these are 4 timer counter operation. Actually, there are 2. That is TL0 and TH0 forms this timer 0, and TL1, TH1 forms the timer 1. Okay. Now, this is the easiest way we will discuss. Now, first see to this. Okay. This one. Sorry. Now, from 80 to FF, there are special function registers. Now, this 80 to FF, that means you can see there are first columns here. This is the first column, and in the first column, all the registers are, you can draw it in your paper. Okay, you should draw it, this diagram in a paper. Now this B register, A register, program status word, interrupt priority, port 3, interrupt enable, port 2, serial control, port 1, timer control, and port 0. These registers are bit addressable registers, this part only. Okay. And all other registers, SBUF, TMOD, SP, TL0, TL1, TH0, TH1, power control, data pointer high and low, all other registers are not bit addressable. We cannot access it bit by bit. Okay. Now you can see here is the scan copy of the book. So this part is easy to remember. What are the different kind of special function registers that are bit addressable? Okay. Now the stack pointer, what we were discussing, the stack pointer. Now the stack pointer, you can see the stack pointer is used for the storing of any instruction or any data. You can see the stack pointer can be temporarily. That storing is temporary, not permanent. As it was it was applicable to the 8085 also, that stack pointer stores the value temporarily, and it pops out of the stack when it is required. Now this stack pointer is again, this is 8-bit stack pointer, and this is used to hold the internal RAM address, which is called the top of the stack. Okay. So there are some specifications of operation that is available in the stack pointer. So generally 8051 microcontroller that uses register bank 1 of internal RAM as a stack. So the default stack pointer value is 07H, nothing else. Now you can remember that after power on reset, why the value of stack pointer is 07H. This is the answer, that 8051 uses register bank 1 in the internal RAM as stack pointer. So after the power on reset, the stack pointer value is 07H. Now is it clear? Am I audible? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when any data is placed on the stack, then the stack gets incremented first, then it stores the data. Okay, and in the reverse case, when the data pops out of the stack, first the data is out, then decrement. Now, if we write like this, the stack is like a bucket. Now, whenever this is the stack, whenever a data is input, then what happens? First, stack pointer incremented by 1. Then, this is step 1, then store data. Okay. Similarly, when it is gets out of the stack, that is output, then step 1 is transfer the data. Step 2 is decrement stack, that is SP minus 1. Now, is it clear? Now, please note that after power on reset, everything is gone. So, we cannot use the stack, this stack after power on reset as the pop operation. Okay, you can see here, you can see the push, pop, call and return instruction. This push pop instruction, this is solely for stack pointer. That means if we want to store some data into the top of the stack, then we'll use the push instruction. We will come to the instruction part also. And whenever we want to trace the data from the stack pointer, then we will use pop up instruction. Now this call and return operation instruction is nothing but it acts in the program itself to call the subroutine or return from the subroutine that is already stored into the stack. Okay, so I think the time is near to over. So we are considering that today's class is over. Now everybody has please give your response in the chat box, because after 40 minutes this will be automatically disconnected. And if you are having any questions regarding today's class, you can ask in the next class also. I will take a question answer session. Anything to ask, you can ask.